Hey guys, just doing a quick strut removal reference replacement on a 2009 Nissan Sentra. Doing quite a bit of work on this one. I decided to go after the struts. Pretty straightforward. If you've done struts before, it's pretty easy. It's not bad. If it's all rusty, you're going to have to use something to clean it up and whatnot. Take a wire brush to the bolts and whatnot. This one is pretty rusty, as you could see. Straightforward as a strut, like always, if you've done struts before. This one's not bad. There's an e-brake cable on each side of the strut. Not an e-brake cable, sorry, it's an ABS cable. That just pops out. It slides in this little thing, pops out on each side, comes out and will just go loose. Two 21 mil bolts here, 21 mil on this side. I just took a big ratchet and a breaker bar, took it off, left loose, pulled them off, and then I'm gonna pound those out. Sway bar link is an 18 mil at the top here. That just comes off. You're gonna have to hold the back side of it with a 3/4 inch box end wrench, I believe. That's what I used because it fit right away. I didn't switch to nothing else. It could be a millimeter, but try not to strip it out or anything. Be careful with it. Clean it up as best you can. Hold it in the back like I said, and then start loosening it here. It's left loose. It's an 18 mil that comes off. I just used a deep socket 18 mil. Then there's the brake line here. That just pushes through here like this. It's got a little clip on it. Where is it? That thing. If you've seen these clips before, it just slides in there. Slides in there like that. And you can see where it was sitting before. All I did was I took a screwdriver and I hit it right there. I pounded it down, and then once it came out, this was pretty rusty in here. And then I just took a screwdriver again and pounded it that way. Again, being gentle, not too rough. If it's not going to come out, it's really rusty, you have to figure out a way to get it out. Yeah, then once you get all those out, all that loose, you pound these out. If you have to, put some pressure on here to hold it up in the air so that it doesn't fall. But it's not bad. I took the other side out already and it holds pretty well. Pound those out. Once you get those out and everything's loose, you can go up here. I like to do it like this, in this order, because once it's hanging, it doesn't have so much weight on it. And you just take out these bolts and then the strut will drop out, and then you just hold it on your last bolt. Just hold it underneath here. If you're strong enough, or get somebody to hold it for you, remove the bolts and then it'll fall out. But 13 mil bolts up here. There's 1, 2, 3. Now the third one, if you can, on this side, if you can get it behind that cover back there, pull that cover, the bolt is in behind there. If you look here, it's right underneath this cover. On this side, to get this cover off, I'm afraid you have to remove the wipers. I'm going to make a video on that next, on how to remove those wipers. It's pretty straightforward though, if you've done wipers before. To get this cover off. This cover off comes off pretty easy. It just snaps in there, but on this side, again, you have to get the wipers off because the bolt is in behind there. If you get this off, you can get at it real easy. But like I said, if you can get at it from there, all the power to you. It should work. But yeah, I'll show you the other side. I already have it all apart. There's the new strut there. That's the old strut. I took it all out. It was pretty easy. Now I thought I had to go in that way to get the bolt, but like you could see, I took this cover off. It comes off pretty easy. It's just clipped on there. You pull the clips on it, 1, 2, 3, 4 clips, and then there's one here that holds it. And then it just pops up. You stick a screwdriver or something in there, pop it up, and it's right there, the other 13 mil bolt. Like I said, if you can get a small enough ratchet in there without taking all this stuff apart, you can do it. Yeah, then it all comes apart pretty simple. It's not bad. It's like a regular strut removal. This is how it is. This will just hang down, like I said. A lot of this will be loose. You don't have to worry about holding this up really. And yeah, and then it just comes out like a normal strut. If you've ever done struts before, it'll just like fall out. Once you get this out and pry this away from it, you got to wiggle it to get it out. The strut will just come out real easy. I'm going to be doing some sway bar links on this one. Probably the bushings on the sway bar link, that's pretty loose. But yeah, that's a strut removal reference on a 2009 Nissan Sentra. Again, I'll go back, and then we got the 3 top 13 mil bolts. You got that little clip for the brake line. 21 mil bolt on the, or right there, for the main bolts to go onto the hub assembly. Now I want to show you something here. I ran into this. Somebody had put they either lost the old bolt and put in another bolt. This one's an 18 mil, but they put in a bunch of washers and everything. And if you look at that, they're way different. The size is different and everything. I recommend not doing that. If you're gonna do that, get the same size bolt, like the same size shaft and everything. Look at the size difference, because what that'll do is it'll allow it to move. It'll allow, because it was on this bottom one here. Now that what that tells me is that if you look here and you put the real bolt in there, it doesn't have much wiggle room. And then you look at this one, hold on a second, and look at that. That's no good. Don't do that. Make sure if you're gonna use a different bolt, the one that didn't come with it, or you lost one, or it broke, or whatever happened to it, make sure it has the same shaft size. Don't do that, because it's not good for the car. It's not good for what the wheel will do. The wheel will sit funny. It'll, like, the camber will be off. But yeah, that's on a 09 Nissan Sentra. Strut removal reference replacement. Like I said, this top plate will come off. The other side, I believe you have to take off the windshield wipers to get this. For sure this one, because this whole thing has to come up in order to be able to get your ratchet in there. Hope it works out for you. Hope this helps. That's on an 09 Nissan Sentra. Be safe, use jack stands, and hope you figure it out. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.